People of America, when you're a working class man running for president of the United States, you're on a low budget. You can't even afford a camera person. So basically you have to stand here holding the camera on the side of your face because you can't afford a cameraman. You can't afford a lighting crew. You can't afford a speechwriter. But you give it your best shot. And even though everyone in the country seems to be gutless, not interested in helping you, challenge the system alone, you still go out there to make your statement. And just hope and pray that the people will respond to logic and common sense and good solutions. And one of the main points I'd like to make, that if elected president of the United States, I, Tom Edison, will be able, with only one law, to put an end to all this add-on nonsense that gets attached to all the legislation that passes through the Congress, which is nothing but a waste of taxpayers' money. And in regards to wasting taxpayers' money, I'm going to solve that problem too with another single law. Just one law. That's all it's going to take to solve it. And wherever possible, we're going to start using manual labor instead of paying for expensive high-tech machinery that the big corporations use. Yes, fellow Americans, manual labor is actually cheaper in many situations, and whenever possible, I'm going to see that it's made into law that government contracts use manual labor whenever possible to save money. And this, in itself, this procedure will create an infinite amount of good-paying manual labor jobs, so we can end unemployment totally. And we can start immediately in January on a multitude of work projects to provide new transportation systems for our country to get away from oil. And we're going to use a manual labor force to set up these transportation systems. Some of them will be solar powered. And I have the detailed plans to do all of this and much more. And that's what makes me, Tom Edison, the most qualified presidential candidate in 2008. I, Tom Edison, have a plan to eliminate the national debt within 3 years of taking office as President of the United States. Fellow Americans, with one simple law, I will put an end to all bribery in the Congress. I'm Tom Edison, and the Ed in Edison stands for education. I will be the educational president. Those of us that grew up in America, we were all lied to in school. We were all brainwashed into believing that America is a democracy. It's not.
We want it to be one, and we can make it to be one. But we're only going to be able to do that with an independent president, because you have to start correcting problems from the top down, not the other way around. To do it the other way around could take 100 years, it could take 1,000 years, and it could very possibly never happen. And the way things have been going, there's no sign that it ever will happen that way. But it can be done in a very short time from the top down with a decent human being as president, a real person who's not a politician, who doesn't owe favors to the rich people, who knows what it is to be poor. I, Tom Edison, am that candidate. And I'm calling everyone out there who's a common citizen of America, everyone that has to work 2, 3 jobs a week just to pay the bills, everyone who's been poor all their life, everyone who used to be in the middle class and now is in the lower middle class. I'm calling on you to come and stand beside me, and let's take back our government before they destroy not only American society, but destroy the world.
What a coincidence for this eerie photo to recently appear in a New York City newspaper, right around the time when the major political parties were holding their national conventions. I just can't make up my mind whether the individual depicted in this photo is a Democrat or a Republican. It's a tough one. You'll have to decide for yourself. However, the photo does quite accurately represent the Republican Party recently showcasing its true colors at the National Convention in Minneapolis. The Republican Party's coaxing of the crowd into chanting country first, was not only pathetic but literally blasphemous, since virtually all religions teach that God is to be put first, not country. Wake up, people. That evil serpent, the Republican Democratic Party, is arrogantly trying to brainwash you into obeying them. Only an independent presidential candidate will serve the American people. I'm telling you, that's why I'm running. That's my whole purpose. To give us all one last chance to straighten this mess out that the political parties have gotten us into. Or the political party, that is, the Democrats. Let's face it, the Democrats and the Republicans, there is no difference.
Wanna wake you up so you can plainly see our American freedom is in jeopardy. Calling every woman and man, help me take a stand.
Welcome, fellow Americans. This is Tom Edison speaking to you from across the New York City skyline. I'm here to tell you that I'm running for president in 2008, and I am the best chance this country ever had to straighten itself out. I'm not a fake politician. I'm a hard-working man. I've been a working man all my life. I have no rich friends. I have no political favors that I owe to anybody. What I am is somebody who loves America. I, Tom Edison, am the most qualified presidential candidate in 2008.